Hi everybody, and welcome to my attempt at this week's BBO weekly free instant tournament. So I was looking at last week's BBO. I'm aware that it was perhaps a bit quick, and also I don't quite try to be like James Joyce with the stream of consciousness, but I do try to be explaining what I'm thinking about when there's a pause in play. I think I didn't necessarily achieve that last week, but so please feel free to put stuff in the comments if you think I paused for too long without explaining why I was thinking, or if I've missed some bit of logic that seemed obvious to me and wasn't to you. Please stick that down of whether you want more explanations or less, and so on in the comments below. Anyway, this week's so partners passed and right-hand opponents opened one diamond, which is better minor for the robot. We've got 13, well, 9, 6. We have 15 points, and the diamond stop, sort of. This is a horrible hand in that no 9s or 10s, just the 1-8. So we clearly can't make a takeout double. We don't have spades. And we just need to consider if we have 15 points and a stop in their suit, we ought to bid one no trump, or one no trump overcall. The question is this hand really worth 15 points? If I had a 5th club instead of the 4th heart, I would probably say yes. I would say yes, because I'd expect there's a reasonable chance of taking 5 club tricks. But here, we're probably only taking 3 club tricks. Maybe we get a diamond. Remember that East's bid is only better minor. And maybe we really lie in hearts. Maybe partners got 6 points and 5 hearts and won't feel able to act over one diamond. A bit of 2 clubs actually has something to recommend it, even though it's only a 4-card suit and you really want at least 5 and preferably 6 for a 2-level overcall, but it does take away a lot of bidding space from the opponents, and it does tell your partner what suit you want led. But the robot doesn't always, very often doesn't lead the suit we bid, so its value is diminished here. I think I'm going to go low here and pass and see what happens. One spade from there, one no trump from there, which is just 12 to 14. This hand's only bid 1 spade, but is still unlimited. I do have the other 2 suits now, and let me see if double is for takeout. Double shows 4 clubs and 4 hearts, 14 to 16 total points, and that's exactly what I have. So I am going to double here. Our partner's bid 2 clubs, 2 diamonds by East. It says 4 clubs for partner, but we forced partner to bid. Partner could have 5 spades, 2 hearts, 3 diamonds and 3 clubs, for example, and they would bid 2 clubs there. If I was sure partner had 4 clubs, then the law of total tricks would say it was right to bid 3 clubs on my hand. But as I say, I'm not sure. I forced partner to bid, so they might only have 3 clubs, despite what that says. So once again, I'm going to go low and hope a few club tricks will stand up, and that West doesn't have many diamonds. And partner with 4 clubs could always have bid 3 clubs there. So danger is that West turns up to have 1 club and a couple of diamonds, but you know. No. Right, so we could take 2 club tricks and we may as well play the 3rd round. Just in case partner only has 3. No, he did have 4. Right. Well, so declarer can't have more than 5 diamonds. You'll notice that we had 3, dummy had 3, and partners already followed to 2 rounds. So that's 8. So the robot can only have I'm going to win the Queen of Hearts, yes. There's a case that I should have gone up with the Queen of Spades earlier to protect partners, but we hope partners got the Jack of 4 spades to the Jack, so they can stop the run of the spades and they have a heart trick. I'm going to draw, dummy's last trump, partner throws their club away. Right, now I can play club, throw the spade, so it could be that declarer thinks they've got the 2 heart tricks. Maybe partner has a heart trick. We'll have to see. It doesn't have a heart trick. That probably isn't very good. Letting them make 2 diamonds. Partner could have played better. So people did bid 1 no trump on my hand and went 1 off, and that was better than letting them make 2 diamonds. Forcing them up to 3 diamonds. Presumably these people bid 3 clubs. Yeah, it forces them up to 3 diamonds. Right, so a bit of recovery to do here. I don't think my decisions were unreasonable. I had to think about that. Partner's heart switch was a bad one. But the Jack and 10 of hearts were just enough to get them home. Right. 14 points, 5 card spade suit. Not very exciting apart from that. So 1 spade to start with. 2 hearts from partner. This is game forcing. They've got 5 hearts, 12 plus high card points. So question is whether we want to think our hand is better than minimum. If we are playing, this is a best hand tournament, so partner can't have more points than us. So we know we don't have enough for slam. We've got 14 points. Partner at most can have 14, and really there's very little distribution of 14 points that would give us a play for slam here because the spade suit is so weak. So if I were playing with a human part with a partner who could have more than me, I would bid 3 hearts here. Because we're game forcing, bidding 3 hearts is giving room to explore, whereas 4 hearts should be saying I've got a minimum with no minor control. I've no reason to show anything else here. We're not going to slam, so let's shut the robot up with 4 hearts. We don't want to reveal any more about our hands. So here we go. The partner does have a very nice hand. Maybe we would have made slam. Or we will make slam. Not quite, because the odds are we're going to lose a heart and we'll lose a spade. We may not lose a diamond or a club. Now, there's no point in trying to get the dummy to leave the jack of hearts, because if the queen is there, it'll go on, and there's got the 10 and a 9 still, which will be worth a trick. So we'll play the ace of hearts. The 10 falls. Now that does become more interesting. And the 7 from the robot there. So we'll notice that we're now missing the 6 of hearts. Remember, they had 5 of them, and 2 of them are gone. So they now have the 6 of hearts, the 9 of hearts, and the queen of hearts. Now, if that 10 was a singleton, there's queen 9, 6 sat in the east hand. And even if I cross to dummy and lead the jack of hearts, queen, they'll have 9, 6 sat over the 8. So if the hearts are 4-1 like that, there is nothing I can do to stop East taking 2 hearts tricks. And therefore, I've got to concentrate on setting up the spade tricks and keeping an entry to my hand. So, but it's possible that West has queen 10 of hearts, and the king will drop the queen, and now I can off that. The difficulty is the shortage of entries to the spades. That's the difficulty, and the spades are blocked. You'll see that the 10-9 are there, and the only hand that I got bigger is the king. Could take the diamond finesse, but that doesn't really help, because those diamonds could go, at the moment, those diamonds could go on the spades. So, and if I play the king of hearts, and queen is not here, so there's queen 9 left here. They can prevent me getting to dummy's long spades. This is match points is a problem, so I can't afford to make something, play safely for the hearts break 4-1, which loses extra tricks if they're 3-2 with the queen dropping here, because everybody else is dropping the queen. I think I have to play king of hearts at this stage, because that was happening. Right. So I'm going to make this contract. I have to lose a spade trick, because even if the queen jack drop, then I win the third round of spades here, and I can't get over here. So I'm going to play ace of spades, 10 of spades, jack, low, and there we go. King of clubs, I can ruff. And now, remember, we started with 8 spades, 5 in my hand, 3 in dummy. So they had 5, and the 4 of them have gone. So now 9 of spades, the king is all good. And I've got 2 good spades here to throw those 2 losing diamonds away. And I've got ace, king of diamonds and the 8 of hearts for the rest of the tricks. So I can claim. So I could have tried to go for the slam. And 4 hearts plus 2 is only worth 46.2%. Why on earth is it? Because people are in 6 spades. So how did they get to 6 spades? 1 spade, 2 heart, 3 heart. They went 3 hearts, then they went 3 spades, and then the robot drove on to slam. Right. So if you bid 3 hearts, the robot drove you on to slam. So 680 was not a great score. So we got a really long way to catch up now. As I say, 3 hearts was the right bid on my hand, but I thought playing in a best hand tournament, there was virtually no chance of a slam. And the slam, to notice, is very lucky. It needs the queen of hearts to fall and the spades to be 3-3, 3-2. And that altogether is about a 34% chance. And you don't want to be in the slam with a 34% chance. So I was in the right place. And well, we got a bad score for it, but close to average score. Right. Move on to board 3. This is a 1 spade opening in any system. 1 no trump from partner. And this is a forcing 1 no trump in the robot system. Because they can't bid at the 2, bidding at the 2 level is forcing to game. They have to bid 1 no trump with some 11 and 12 point hands. So, as well as the normal 6 to 9. So here I just have to bid out my shape with 2 hearts and 3 spades. This is the way the robot shows a limit raise, an invitation with only 3 spades. They go via 1 no trump and then jump in spades. So they do have this 11 pointish with 3 spades. I'd quite like to know what they got in hearts, really, because I've got clubs and diamonds recently held up. I could have a lot of heart losers. So I have to decide whether to accept the invitation. I've got 14 points. They've got about 11. I've got a singleton. I've really got to bid 4 spades here. I expect the field will bid 4 spades. So let's see what we've got. Well, the ace queen of hearts is nice. Club lead. Yeah, this is all quite reasonable. We may have 2 trump losers. A club loser, in which case we'll need the diamond finesse, but that's 10 of clubs to the ace. So the king of clubs is in the west hand. Here's the 9 of diamonds. Is there any reason not to take the finesse? If the finesse loses, I've lost 2 tricks, and I probably need spades 3-2 then. Which, yeah, there's a 68% chance that they will be. And I'll just have to get rid of this last heart. But that won't be a problem. If spades are 3-2, We can take this finesse, lose the diamond, win the next trick, play the ace king of spades, and then play 4 rounds of hearts, roughing the 4th round in dummy, if need be, and they'll just make their trump trick, to which they were always due either by roughing or if spades are 4-1, then I'm always going to lose 2 spades and I need a diamond finesse right. So unlike the slam where you needed the finesse and you need the 3-2 break and the drop, here you need either the finesse or the 3-2 break. So that's actually worth, actually gives us better than 80% chance of making the game. But the finesse is almost certainly wrong with the lead of the 9, but I don't think we're going to get rough. We're going to get a rough. And the finesse was right. Excellent. So now I think the robot would have played it. So I think we can safely take the finesse again. Let's play for spades. Spades are 4-1, so they've got 2 spade tricks. So we do need this diamond finesse again. Kindly covered that. We don't mind. Do we mind if they rough this diamond? King 9, would they have led the 9? If they rough this diamond, they can play another trump and then we'll have a losing heart. So I'd like them to rough a heart first. So I don't want them if I need to. And I do need to, this hand's got the 10 of hearts. No, it doesn't. Oh, well, they didn't rough. So they've still got their 2 winning trumps. Which they can take whenever they want. Which is now. So it's 75% for making 4 spades. Did somebody make an over trick? No, just everyone's making 4 spades. Some people going off. Right. Goes up at least we're above 50% now. Here's partners 2 spade, week 2 opening bid, 6 spades. Now, if you're playing August here, you could bid 2 no trumps and find out whether partner, what sort of hand partner had, whether a good suit or a bad suit of points outside. So we're sat here with 19 points, 20 points in fact, yes. So we want to be in game. And it's a question of whether it should be 3 no trumps or 4 spades. If we bid 3 no trumps, the danger is that they've got 5 heart tricks off the top. We bid 4 spades, the danger is that they've got 2 spades and 2 hearts, I suppose. The partner has a bad spade suit. But, well, we can bid 2 no trumps for the robot, and they play feature, which means they'll show us where they've got an honor. Will that give too much information to the opponents? No, I'm going to bid 2 no trumps. 3 spades says that basically they're a minimum. They're not showing us an honor outside, so we expect them to have heart tricks against no trumps. So we just have to hope that partner's short in hearts and that they can discard on the diamonds. So we're going to bid 4 spades here. Oh, well, we do have a So partner has an excellent, 3 no trumps would have been by far the better contract. But I think we'd have lost 2 hearts and that would have been it. And we're going to lose 2 hearts in 4 spades. We'll see that they led a diamond. So, they've cashed their 2 hearts and they've led a diamond. So the jack stands up, which it does. So now we can draw trumps, many rounds it takes, base trump, and the jack of hearts is a winner, the ace of clubs is a winner, and the 4 diamonds are winners because the jack's gone. So we've got 6 winners in dummy to go with 2, 4, 6 spades. So we've got plenty more than enough tricks to make this. So we're going to make 11 tricks in spades, but we would have made 11 tricks in no trumps. So we're going to lose out to the people who chose 3 no trumps. Yep, 39%. Yep, and there it is to the people who bid 3 no trumps. Yep, everybody else is in 4 spades. But so I think that's down to the robot playing this bad system of feature. Did the 3 no trump people just bid 3 no trumps? Yep, they all did without giving anything away. That's a punt, but I was certainly considering it until the robot said they got nothing outside spades, but they did have good spades. So back below 50% with 4 boards to go, so still some chances to make up. All right, a 1 club from partner. The robot, so we've got 7, 14, 15. Right, so the robot expects me to bid 1 diamond here. I'm considering bidding 1 heart instead to hide that, because if we don't have a heart fit, we're going to play in no trumps. And if we do have a heart fit, I'm keeping the diamonds concealed. The only danger is that we have a 6 diamond contract. And if I suppress the diamonds, we've only got 30 points between us at most. I'm going to bid 1 heart. That's because we know it's a best hand tournament. So we do have a heart fit. So now I think I can bid 4 clubs to show. Does that show the ace? That shows the ace of clubs, but no ace of spades, which is the information I want to convey. So they've got the ace of spades. So now we just need to know if our hearts are good enough for a slam, because we've got our diamond tricks here. So I'm going to bid at this point 4 no trumps. And we need them to have the queen of trumps. So that in particular, 5 spades shows that they have 2 key cards. We've got 3 of them. The key cards are the 4 aces and the king of hearts. We've got 3 of them. So they've got the ace of hearts, the ace of spades, and they said they've got the queen of hearts as well. So that's all we needed to know. Because we know it's a best hand tournament. If we're playing once again with somebody who might have had 17 or 18 points, we could ask for kings. But here I think 6 hearts is the right place to be, not 7. And that certainly seems to be the case. 2 of spades is part of that, a lead away from is it a singleton, which would give this hand 6 spades to the queen. which they wouldn't necessarily have overcalled one club with. But if it's away from the queen, once again, that gives us an opportunity to get rid of the 5 of clubs. And if it loses to the queen and it's not a singleton, then we've got a chance of an overtrick, and we can deal with bad diamond breaks as well, and possibly bad trump breaks. So it does give us lots of chances to take the finesse and it succeeds. But the danger is, if this was a singleton, then there are 6 spades to the queen here. And the robot plays aggressive, weak jump overcalls. They're not vulnerable against vulnerable. You don't need much else to bid there. They need, if they got one of the club honours as well, there isn't much else out for them. Probably they have one of the club honours, because if West had the king, queen of clubs, they would probably have led that. Well, I suppose I don't need to decide this time. I can still take the spade finesse later after I've drawn trumps. So let's go up with the ace. And the 9, the robot kind of plays encouraging things. So it probably does, that might well be a singleton. I think now, in which case the line must be, I think if there is if we now think that the queen of spades is offside, and there may be 6 spades here, we're going to try and set up the south hand. So we need to set up the diamonds and eventually lose a club, probably, unless we can persuade them to lead spades. So I think we need the hearts to be 3-2. And we need to try and rough 2 diamonds, 2 hearts in dummy. Rough 2 diamonds in dummy to set them up, because we have 5, dummy has 1, that's 6. So they've got 7, and they will split 4-3 more than half the time. So if we roughed 2 diamonds in dummy, the jack of diamonds would be a winner, because the queen would then fall under the king if it hadn't already fallen. But the difficulty with that is that we don't have an entry back. We've got, so if we come here, play the diamond to the ace, rough a diamond, we can come back to our hand with a club, rough another diamond. Well, we could have cashed the ace queen of hearts beforehand, rough a diamond there. We've got no entry back to our hand, either playing the king of spades, which we're worried about being roughed. What I really want to do is play a 6 of spades from my hand towards the king. Then if it's roughed, this hand might have 4 hearts, which they'll be roughing a loser, because effectively they're roughing this losing club, because now I'll be able to draw trumps and have 2 spade winners. Yeah, I will eventually have 2 spade winners. Yeah. No. So what are the chances of the 4-3 diamond break if the spades are really as we fear? 6 in this hand. And 1 in this hand. That's long odds against other suits breaking evenly. So let's see what happens if I play two of diamonds to the ace, spade towards the king, and they ruff. The odds are the hearts may not break evenly. I just think I can't quite manage anything. I still got this losing club that I can do nothing about in my hand. And if I'm trying to set up dummy, then I've still got a problem. So let's play the two of diamonds to the ace. Well, so far so good. Am I going to cash the ace queen of hearts here? The hearts are 3-2. Diamonds are 4-3. I'm going to lead the 6 of clubs. I'm going to get this right. Yeah. That was the danger. Let's see. I can claim now, I can draw trumps, and I've got the jack of diamonds as a winner, and the king of spades as a winner. And the spades weren't, they led the 2 from there, so they only got 25% for that. One person made 6 hearts, so it would be quite easy to make 6 hearts there. If we weren't scared of that singleton spade, we can just use the king of spades and ruff a spade back to our hand to draw the last trump. And perhaps we should have done that because it was obvious for the robot to go up with the ace of clubs. The other alternative probably was to lose the club earlier. Yeah, that would have been the best line. Let me show you what I should have done because that's quite interesting. We'll export this hand and do a link. So here's the hand, and we'll just play it as it started. No, I didn't mean play, I meant next. 2 of spades. So I'm worried that that's a singleton. 2 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds, ace of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, ruff, ace of hearts. Play the queen. No, I can't. So what I should have done, it's come previous. I can afford that. I can't afford the queen. What I now need to do exit rather than Gib will show that if I play the king of spades, but I'm still worried about that. So what I want to do is to play a low club. This hand will probably play low. I need to play a low club. And this hand will win with the 9. They can choose what to play. If I play a spade, then all my worries are gone. They might try and cut down my ruffs by leading the heart. So I have to go up with the queen. The 10 comes from there, and the 7 comes from there. Now I can play the 6 of clubs. Sand probably plays the 8. I can win with the ace. The 2's here. Now I can ruff the diamond. 9 with the 6 of hearts. And now, when I play the 7 of clubs, 10 of clubs, I can ruff with the 9 of hearts. This hand has to follow. Now the king of hearts draws the last trump. And this hand will probably... This hand actually has to throw something that probably throw the 8 of spades. But now I've got the king, jack of diamonds. And the king of spades. So that's how I should have played it. I needed to get a route back to my hand before they could draw my, before they could get that diamond ruff. So I had to play a low duck a club, give up the club trick earlier. The risk of that, of course, is if they are ruffing spades, I'm giving that up. So the 2 of spades was a good deceptive lead from the robot, making me worry about the break. But once diamonds are breaking, perhaps I should revise my opinion as to whether that's a ruff. But 6 hearts is an excellent contract. And we're well down with 3 boards to go. Let's try and get above 50%. 8, 60. So, yeah, we'll open a heart. Double from partner. Negative double shows 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, 9 plus total points. So we've got 25 points. They bid 4 spades. They've got a lot of spades. But what does double mean here? It says I've got 17 to 21 high card points. I haven't, I got 16, but really can't let them play in 4 spades undoubled. Probably the robot's going to bid 5 of minor. But maybe we can make that, but letting them play in 4 spades undoubled. Right, okay. So let's try and encourage the robot. Of course, did the robot have 5 clubs? Probably. Do we have a heart trick to make? If declarer has ace, queen, double to no hearts, they can always take the finesse. They know I've got 5 hearts. And if they've got 4, well, partner will be roughing. So if they got 3, I don't think they'll dare duck it to the 10. So I'm going to lead the 2 of hearts. And just I'm going to draw trumps. Well, so let's get rid of the 4 of hearts for now. And now the 6 of clubs. Here comes the 8 of hearts. Let's go up with the king. All right. So They had two hearts, two or three clubs. They gave every appearance of having six spades. Six spades, two hearts is eight. And they can't have more than two diamonds because partner said they had four. So I've got a feeling this ace of clubs, that's not standing up. Right. Here's the 10. Well, we probably can't get more than that. Partner really did have very little. Oh, 500. We couldn't really do better than that. 96.4%. Well, that makes a change. Gets us back over 50%. What happened at the other tables then? People bid on to five hearts, which did make, well, they played five clubs, which also made, but wasn't as good as four spades doubled. So partner bid on, would have been reasonably all right, but partner didn't. So the vulnerability was wrong for them to bid four spades, really. Right, a nice big hand here. 16 points. Well, we've got no choice, but it's not strong enough to open two clubs. So we're going to open one club, one heart, unsurprisingly. What are we going to do here? One heart's just a standard 1/1. What will the robot think three no trumps is? 11 to 21, solid 7-card suit. I don't have a solid 6-card suit, but this is the practical bid. And partner has ace king of hearts and the ace of diamonds. So what's our best line of play for overtricks? So we've got 6. So we've got 8 clubs, which means they got 5. So unless they're 5-0, we're going to make 6 club tricks. We've got the ace king of spades to lose, but we'd always have a spade stop once they played them. We've got the 3rd round. Ace king of hearts are there. So off the top, we've got 6 clubs probably. 2 hearts is 8, and the ace of diamonds is 9. So we want to try and get some extra diamond tricks. We could come to hand and play the queen of diamonds, and if the king goes up, put the ace, or let it run, and then if they split 3-2, all the diamond, and if it loses to the king, then we've got the ace and the jack, and if they're 3-2, we'll make the last one. If it loses, once again, yeah, 3-2. If it wins, we're probably still losing to the 10, but we can take a finesse this way. But if we play the queen of diamonds, so we say we win the ace of hearts, throwing a spade away, we still have a spade stop because of the 3 and dummy. Play a club to our hand and lead the queen of diamonds. If it's covered, ace king. Now, this is our last absolutely certain entry to dummy. Not quite. Because what we will do if the king of diamonds wins, If we follow that suit, win the ace of hearts, come to hand with the club, lead the queen of diamonds, king, ace, we'll then lead the 9, and if this hand plays low, we will run it, and the 10 might win there, but then the 8 will be an entry to dummy. So right, and so we won't be giving up that ace king of hearts, but they'll almost certainly cash their ace king of spades. We could just win the ace of hearts and play a low diamond straight away towards the queen. Then we might not get the spade switch, but I think we probably would. So our chances, so we're always going to make 10 tricks here, because we're setting up an extra diamond trick, and they can always cash 2. If we lose a diamond on the way to setting up that extra diamond trick, they'll clash 2 spade tricks. So almost certainly. But it does look best, although the entries to our hand may become awkward. If we play the ace of hearts, throw away the 6 of spades, cross to hand, just making sure the clubs aren't 5-0. Right, and lead the queen of diamonds. The king comes. Right, so now the crucial bit. We're going to lead the 9 of diamonds. Aha, right. So we're going to play the 2 here. The 10 wins, and they're going to cash their ace and king of spades. But we still have eight of clubs. So the king. And the jack and 8 of diamonds are good because everything else is gone. So we never actually got to the king of hearts. So we can claim the rest of the tricks +1. Anybody make +2? They did. What happened at their tables? They went through a much longer sequence, and to get to 3 no trumps, got a heart lead, 3 of clubs to the ace, queen of diamonds, and the king of diamonds was ducked. Now, well, yes, when that happens, you can now switch to spades. So we're above. We got up to 4th despite our bad scores, with 1 hand to go, 55%. 2 spades from the opponents. Well, I think the robot plays this. If I bid 3 spades, I'm showing hearts and a minor. If I bid 4 no trumps, that's for the minors. Right, okay. But there is, if partner has a black ace, I have excellent chances of making 6 hearts. And double, just ask partner to bid. The danger is partner's got some good spades and would pass it for penalties. So East has passed, so which they would with most hands, and haven't raised spades, which they would. The robots raise a weak 2 bid according to the law. So if they had 3 spades, they would be raising. So we think East only has 2 spades. We have 1. There's 6 there. So partner has 4 spades. Do they include the ace? And that increases the risk. If we double, they will bid they will pass penalties. So we need to think of. So if we bid 3 spades, showing hearts and another, and the robot chooses hearts. Now I can bid for no trumps, asking for aces. And if they bid, there will be 3 no trumps saying, what is your minor? I can have another think that like 6 diamonds might be on. Right, I'll do this 3 spades, because if they choose hearts, we've got a reasonable sequence. Four clubs. Pass or correct in minors. 2 plus clubs, 2 plus diamonds, 2 minus hearts. Right. So they have no more than 2 hearts. And they might only have 1. So that makes 6 hearts not safe, especially when that's there. So is 6 diamonds likely to be a good contract? Is the next question. We know partner's probably got 4 spades, maybe 5. 2 or fewer hearts. So pass or corrected for clubs. It seems not. Looks like we just. Should we settle then for 4 hearts? Even though partner only has couple and they're breaking badly, it's score. They pay more. Hearts pays more than diamonds. So I'm going to bid 4 hearts. It says 25 plus total points, but I'm bidding 4 hearts here. And partner did have the ace of spades. They do have 2 hearts, which is, if they break 3-2, that's less likely with this. But the jack of diamonds lead looks like the partner does have 5 spades, 6, 1, 1. So I think we're going to take a big risk and to go for an extra over trick. This jack of diamonds is almost certainly a singleton. That would leave queen 10-2 in this hand. Win that. Let's see if we can draw trumps. We can. So we had 8 hearts, so they had 5. So now I can draw this last trump, which is there, which is not surprising. So we can place this hand with 6 spades, 3 hearts, 1 diamond, and therefore 3 clubs. So we can play. You throw the 4 diamonds now with danger diamonds get blocked. We've always got to lose a diamond. What I'm going to try and do is avoid losing this club. Because remember that this hand's got queen 10 of diamonds left. I'm going to take the spade finesse, which if this hand has 1 spade and it's a singleton king, I'm losing an extra trick, which I don't need to lose. But if this hand has the king, then I can throw my club away on the ace. And the odds are, this has 6 spades, this has 1 spade, so the odds are here, and they open 2 spades. The robot generally wants to have something for that. Doesn't generally do it from jack little. There we go. Leave the 8 of diamonds. Queen appears. The robot does that even though it's got the 10. 9. And now my hand is good. I can rough this. So if I just punted 6 hearts, I would have been all right. .480, but 480 is 92.9%. Well, got me up to 3rd place, but So what did everybody else do? We can't quite see yet, but will come up in a minute. So looking back here, I'm not really ashamed of any of my decisions. You know, perhaps I should have gone with the field and bid 1 no trump on this one, or assume partner did have 4 clubs, so that 3 clubs was the right bid and drive them up to 3 diamonds. That would all have got me a good score. Here, well, as I say, if it wasn't a best hands tournament, I would have made the bid that would have made the robot drivers to slam. And if I'd done those 2 things, we'd have done really well. This one, why did I get a bad score here? Because 3 no trumps was better, which I thought about. And if I played August, I'd probably have got to 3 no trumps. 6 hearts I should have made. I showed you the line that I should have taken. And here, 4 hearts is good, because people are just bidding 3 hearts. Well, my hand was just too good for that. And as you see, if you double 2 spades, it gets partners bound to pass with those 5 spades. And you don't really want them to do that when you think you're sure you can make game. Somebody went off in 6 hearts, but I think you should always make 6 hearts. Right, okay, I hope you found that useful. There's a fair bit of counting, particularly nice bit of counting to be done in that last hand. And I'm sorry that I misplayed that 6 hearts on board 5, because I should have worked that out, and I hope you found it interesting. I showed you the correct line that I should have taken, which you could just work out. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and please put any comments in, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.